Good afternoon.
Great. Hey,
Hi.
Mr. Clark, how are you?
I am well, sir. How are you? I see the
Great.
crew. I see all the crew. Looks like everybody looking well, looking good. All you
Yeah.
young
Only way to
folks.
look.
All you young folks.
Oh yeah.
Young.
I received that.
We all staying safe and away from that COVID, so it's all good.
Most
Oh,
definitely.
absolutely.
Absolutely.
So, good afternoon, our audience out there. Y'all tuning in every Friday. This is Mad Flow, making a difference for life and others. I'm not crazy, guys. I'm just making a difference for life and others, just like our other hosts are doing the same thing. So, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to your show. This is your show. Please make it your show by sharing, tagging, making sure you let know other people to come join the show with you. Financial Sins, that's what we call the new podcast on the All Things Relevant Media platform. We're excited about you joining the conversation every Friday. So don't make it a one-sided conversation. Make sure you leave us little chat in the comments in the post and everything so we can know what you want, how you want us to give it to you, how you want us to deliver it to you, but most importantly, what you want us to deliver to you. Guys, we have a great show today. I'm Mad Flo, been in this business since 2013 in the financial industry, which is a $1 trillion industry. Great thing about this industry is that you can learn from us through our financial workshops as well. We'll share more of that workshop information later on. We got two other hosts and a great guest here, Mr. Terry Clark, that's going to inform us so much on other information in reference to understanding IULs. I'm turning over to Tanya and turning over to Anthony now.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Tanya Scott Pilcher, and I am the current owner of a business called Get Skills, where we provide training for those that are interested in getting their insurance license because the insurance business is a $1 trillion industry. And you should be in this business to get just a little, very small piece of it. And so, if that's what you choose to do and want to just branch off into another career, we prepare you for the step one, and that is getting prepared for the exam. And right now we have a 98% rating on everyone that walks into our class. They are able to get their license first time out. So we're very proud of that. We're doing classes from Atlanta down to Savannah and have one coming up on this week, Tuesday, August 31st through February through September 3rd, Friday, September 3rd. So really excited about what we're doing here. And I am so excited about seeing Mr. Clark with us again this week. Before he speaks, I'm going to want to introduce him in a very special way. So, Anthony, I'm going to let you go ahead and say hello to everybody.
Hello, everybody. I
Yeah.
can say more. Can I say more than that?
Yeah, go ahead. Go
I
ahead.
can say, oh, okay. Hey, listen, this is really an exciting day. You guys are in for a treat. I hope you have your pen, your notebook, have your phone so you could get your friends on the phone. And what I want you to do is to like us on Facebook, like us on whatever you're watching us on, and then I want you to reach out to somebody and let them know because you do not want to miss today. You don't want them to miss today. My name is Anthony Murray. I want to thank you for coming back to your show. We're here because you're there, right? This is your show. All right. So, who am I? Well, I'm just a person who hooked up with two beautiful ladies. Then we put together this podcast called Financial Sins. And the purpose of it is to help folks like you and I. That's what it's purpose for. So we can get some information out there so people could be informed and get involved and know what to do with their monies. All right. It's about your money. Your money, honey. It's just a little bit about myself. I'm with an organization called World System Builder, World Financial Group. I've been with them since 2018, but I've been in the finance industry for a while now. In and out, I should say, of the finance industry for a while. Worked with a organization called Mutual of Omaha. Worked with another one called Edward Jones, and worked with some other folks. I can't remember their name. They're little hole in the wall organization, but it doesn't matter. I still got some experience from them. And listen, like Tanya said, this is a $1 trillion industry. So there's room for everybody. There's room for everybody. And we like to invite you to be part of that. All right. So we have a great podcast for you today. And you're really going to be blessed. We have Mr. Terry Clark back with us. And Tanya is going to do a special introduction because this is Tanya's mentor.
Absolutely.
All right. So listen, you guys are in for a treat. You're really in for a treat. I teach financial literacy. That's what I do. I love it. I absolutely love it. And it's a blessing, and it's going to be a blessing to you. That's what we're all about. Tanya, tell us a little bit about Mr. Clark so we can let him loose.
You all teach financial literacy, but this man right here teaches you how to really make some money in this industry. I started back in 2008, not knowing a doggone thing about anything. My business at that time was fundraising, and he came into Savannah saying, "Hey, I need to meet some people." And so the fundraising industry, what does that do? That gets you to know every church, every organization, every whatever around. So we partnered up. And, Mr. Clark is you all are going to find that he's a sweet talking, slick talking gentleman, right? And he stands, you all haven't seen him stand, about 6'5" in a room. And he just like, got that suave with him. And you're not sure whether or not he's this New York slick talker or whatever, So I was like, okay, well, I'll take him to meet this person and that person. And, I didn't really understand what he was doing, but what I saw. And I watched him for almost 6 months. I watched him go into church after church, sit in front of many different organizations, teaching step by step, helping us to understand not only insurance, but Medicare. And so, I was like, I don't know, and he was making promises and talking, and I was like, but he stayed true to his word. For whatever he said he was going to do with our community, as far as the African American community, everything that he said he was going to do with a church, he did. Everything he said he was going to do with an organization, he was true to his word. And when he came out, you knew so much. So, he was like, come on, get your license. And I'm like, I don't want to sell no insurance, But he taught me that insurance was all about educating people, and our people especially. And, when we get into something new, we don't know what to do. And I decided, okay, I'm going to get my license. And I told my husband he was going to get his license too. And so both of us went at this. And again, we didn't know how we were going to make money. We didn't know how we were going to do anything. We did what we tell other people to do. Follow step number 1, step number 2, and step number 3. And all of it was about Terry Clark. Whatever Terry Clark told us to do, that's what we did. Whatever Terry Clark told us to say, that's what we did. We walked blindly into this business following Terry Clark because his word by itself was good. And what he did in our community, when I say our, I'm talking about the Savannah community. What he did down here in the Savannah market, no one has been able to follow in those footsteps. And so when we get into insurance or we get into network marketing or any type of business, we don't do what the people that bring us in say do. We try to put our own little 2 cents worth in to, make it or whatnot. And if we would just follow because I've been trained up by the best. And that is Mr. Terry Clark. And I know that on the last two shows that he has showed out. And so this is going to be his final time with us. And at least that's what we say so far. And you all are going to learn so very, very much today. My friend, my buddy, my pal, my mentor, the one that I love because he has shown me how to move from poverty to riches in so many words. He promised me that I would be able to get a six-figure income, and I did. I did. And I thank him from the bottom of my heart for just showing me the way. Mr. Terry Clark, my friend.
Awesome, 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 awesome. Thanks so very much. Thank you so very much. I'm so pleased to have another opportunity to speak on this program, and of course to thank you again for your support. Again, I look at all you young people in this industry, well, and just recognizing that you're in one of the wealthiest industry in the universe, that we need to make sure we can continue to educate and recruit and build opportunity for folks to participate in the financial services industry, and recognizing that there is always going to be a business plan. The insurance industry is about business, and they have a business plan. If you follow the business plan, that will get you will be successful. So we've always followed the business plan. We've always followed the program as it was presented to us, so our community had a chance to grow and learn. So again, thank you so very much, Tanya. And today, of course, I'd like to share with you one of the secrets of the wealthy is one of the top benefit plans in the industry today. Folks are just not aware how the insurance industry has evolved. We're now in a world where the money talks, and so how to become a millionaire using the bank's money. That's the motto that I think most brokers should have when they're working with professionals and business owners, because in today's marketplace, you need to use leverage. And so how to use leverage using somebody else's money. So we all have heard that story. We've heard that language. We heard that term, using somebody else's money. But understand that there's a whole industry today that's designed to show you how to use somebody else's money and make you a millionaire. So I'll be so pleased today to be able to share that with you guys briefly. It's something that you all should be involved in. This is how you introduce it to our community. And sometimes it fit for those that it fits, those that does not fit, they can start with a Volkswagen plan. This is the Cadillac plan.
Right.
So sometimes it takes a Volkswagen plan for some people, or maybe a Chevrolet plan for others. And then for those that can afford to, they can participate in the Cadillac plan. So today we're going to talk about the Cadillac plan using the bank's money.
All right. So I'm going to bring up a video, a presentation. Is that okay, Mr. Clark? You ready
Yes,
for that?
please. Yes, please. So what you see in front of you there is the hottest product in the industry called Kaizen. Some of you may have heard about this program using a different term. It's called premium financing or bank financing. This program has been available for the past 50 years. Then when I say that, people look at me and say, well, Mr. Clark, why is it that I've never heard of a premium financing? Why is it that I've never heard of bank financing? Well, who's your broker? That's my question. Why haven't you heard about bank finance? It's been available for the past 50 years. Now, one of the problems is it was only available to the wealthy. You had to have a $10 million portfolio. So if you didn't have $10 million portfolio, you were not considered an eligible prospect. You were not a client. So the insurance industry financially segregated you out. And it's amazing how, as you know, in this country, so much about this country is about your money. and how much do you have? Are you independently wealthy? So it was primarily designed for the wealthy, but over time, the middle class has been. This program has been developed and has been introduced to, and now is available for the middle class. The income requirement is no longer a minimum of $500,000 a year income household wise. The minimum now today is a minimum of $100,000 household wise.
Oh.
Think about that. How many professionals in our community can qualify and have $100,000 in income? Everybody on the screen, all you guys, all you young folks on the screen with the six-figure income, now you are eligible for this bank financing program, a chance for you to go to the bank to help finance your retirement. Now, in our community, normally we go to the bank to finance our car, right? We go to the bank to finance our home, but nobody ever told us we could go to the bank to finance our retirement plan. So where have you been? Why are you not? Who's your advisor? How is it that you're not familiar with a program that's been available? How many years?
50
years.
50 years. For 50 years, you have been in the dark. So today, we're going to bring some light so that you can see and learn about premium financing, bank financing, and how to get 300% match for your dollars. Now, most of us are familiar with our 401k, where the employer might give us 5% match or a 10% match. If you're lucky, maybe 15% match. Well, how about a 300% match? That means for every dollar you put up, the bank will give you $3.
Wow.
How beautiful is that?
Excellent.
That's
Just
gorgeous.
think about that. You've been struggling all these years trying to build your 401k, trying to grow your bucket of money, trying to work for the next 25 years to build $1 million in your 401k. When really in reality, the wealthy are building their $1 million in 5 years. They only have to contribute 5 years to be able to build their $1 million. So let me see. Which do you prefer? Work for 25 years to build $1 million, or work for 5 years to build $1 million?
That, of course, 5 years, but now I'm a little old. What do I still have an opportunity?
Do you have 5 years?
I got 5 years now.
That's all we need. As long as you got 5 years.
I got 5 years.
All you need is 5 years, and you must be under 65. 65 is the limit.
All right, I'm 62.
So if you're under 65, you got 5 years, then you can participate in this program if you meet the minimum income household, which is what?
$100,000.
You can then qualify for this special banking program. Now, this plan is exclusive. It's not open to the public. You must be invited.
Ooh.
So those of you that do not know, you wish to be invited, you need to get in touch with that young lady at the top of the screen. Her name is Mrs. Tanya Scott Pilcher. She can get you invited because I have invited her. Woo-hoo. And so it took me 45 years to get invited, but you can get invited. So now everybody can get invited today, just by reaching out to that young lady at the top of the screen. Woo. And so if you don't mind bringing up our little PowerPoint, we're going to give you a quick overview. And this is called the Kaizen Unique Use of Leverage. So this screen gives you a picture of the funding, of the overfunding. Basically, it's a 5-pay from the client. You see your money picture there of the young man with his tie on. He's just going to pay in for 5 years. Then you see all the bundles of dollars there where the bank is going to pay in for 10 years. 5 years by the client, 5 paid by the client, 10 paid by the bank. The first 5 years, the client pays in years 1 through 5. You see $56,950, right? And then 0 years 6 through 10. Well, let's look at the bank. The bank pays in 34,863 years 1 through 5, and then the bank pays in 90,463 years 6 through 10. So your contribution is 284,750. The bank contribution is 626,630 for a total of 900. I'm sorry, yes, $911,380 going into your IUL in the first 10 years. Look at that bucket of money being deposited in your account. Where else can you go and get someone to put $911,000 in your IUL? So people, many folks will say, okay, Mr. Clark, now where do I get that 56,000? Where do I get my first 5 years? Well, you need a piece of money. I don't know. What do you have in your 401k? Or your IRA, your 403b? I don't know. Or your 457 plan? I don't know.
Right.
So you got to look at your portfolio. What have you been doing for the past 20 years? Have you saved any money?
Right.
And so my point being there is your dilemma, is that can you finance your first 5 years?
So
And so, yes.
can you do it a lump sum for that first 5 years, or would you have to do year by year?
No, it's not a problem. If you want to write a check for 284,750, good. If you want to do a single pay, not a problem. You want to do a monthly pay, not a problem. Divide that 56,950 by 12. Now, the first year, you have to pay the first year annually, but every year for the next 4 years, you can pay it monthly, not a problem. So the beauty of this program is that the bank money, the IUL, the policy cash value is the sole collateral. It's not about your credit. They don't even pull your credit. How awesome is that? Where you go to the bank and they are not concerned about your credit. Who in the world? They made this thing for, hey, this thing for me, in my opinion, uh, this is a great thing since sliced bread. So again, how you build $1 million using the bank's money? And again, you follow that screen you see where you pay your first 5. The bank has their matching contribution of 34,863, and year 6 through 10 is all on the bank. And you say, okay, Mr. Clark, that's a beautiful thing. I see that story, but how does that work? Well, if
Right.
he pays you down, let's look at how does that compare to your options. Let's look at your business plan. So what could you do if you put that? Many people say, well, where else can I go with my money? Okay, you can go into an after-tax investment with that same 56,950 for 5 years. Let's look at your income stream. And you could build a nice pot of money. You put that into advertising investment. And if you earn at least 6% in a 37% tax bracket, you have approximately $707,200 in your account. At 65, you could pull out 35,360 in annual income. That's not a bad piece of money. You put in the same 56,000 5 years, you grow it to $707,200, and that's 2,865, and you pull out 35,000 plus a year.
Okay.
Okay. Now that's fine. That's a mutual fund plan. Traditionally, mutual fund plan. That's your Edward Jones. That's your classic mutual fund plans for you may find in the industry.
Right.
Or you can have your own IUL. Number two, in the
Right.
middle, you can self-fund your own personal IUL. You
Mm-hmm.
can then do a Cadillac plan. That's the Cadillac plan there, where you buy an IUL and you put in for 5 years. There's no bank money. And of course, what happens there at 6%, you can grow that money to $800,000. And then, of course, at 65, you can pull out $40,000 a year. Now, that's not bad. And then at your death, you still have a $223,000 for your family.
Right.
So in a mutual fund plan, once you use all the money up, you're done. There's nothing for the family. There's no legacy, no estate
Oh,
plan, no benefit for your children.
out of
In
this.
this, the beauty of the insurance fund, so you can be uninsured, the first option there, or self-insured, the first option there, or you can be insured. We recommend you be insured, using an IUL where you have both an income stream in retirement and a death benefit to your family, so that it's a win-win.
Okay. So this one, when you say self-funded policy right here, and you built 800,000 in it, that's
Yes,
a longer period of time though, right?
that's your 25 years.
That's your 25.
So right now, Mrs. Pilcher, that's you.
That's me.
That's you with your nice $500,000 IUL.
Right.
You're self-funding that baby, and we're gonna fund it for 25 years and get approximately 40 grand a year in retirement. And that's a decent plan. And good luck with you. Good luck with that.
Yep. Good luck.
Now,
Okay.
what we want to recommend though is that we 1035 that baby. We're going to 1035 that baby into a banking program
And move it over.
and
Okay.
move over to number 3, the third option here, where you get this $1.5 million IUL and we overfund it with the bank's money. And then at retirement, you have $1,140,000 of cash value. You can then pull out a lifetime income of $57,000. And that money so you multiply 25 years times 57, and that's where you get the 1,140,000. So this is a 25-year payout, assuming you're going to live 65 plus 25 is how many years?
90.
Assuming you're going to live to age 90.
Absolutely.
Okay, so that's the period of time. So that 25 years, you can have the Kaizen program with the bank's money with the $57,000, pulling out $1.1 million. Or over 25 years, you can have the self-funded plan with the $800,000, pulling out $40,000. Or you can have the same have the after-tax investment, your mutual fund plan, with via $77,000, pulling out $35,000.
Yeah. Okay. So that's the traditional. This is the self-funded policy is just their regular IUL, and hopefully that we're overfunding it.
That's correct.
And if we're not overfunding it, we just kind of have a little bit of something.
Right. So again, this is a 5-pay in either option. All 3 options are assuming you're going to pay in the same money for the same 5-year period. So all 3 options are a 5-pay option.
Okay. So the same $56,000.
The same. That's correct.
Okay.
Now this is based upon a 55-year-old individual. Now, if you were a 45-year-old individual, it'll be about $40,000 a year. If you're a 25 individual, it'll be about $20,000 a year. So your 5-pay investment is based upon your age. Okay. So a young person that's in there maybe in 35 would pay in maybe $30,000 a year for 5 years.
Right.
Somebody in 45, maybe $40,000 for 5 years, but 55, you late. So you got to catch up. So it's going to cost you $56,000 for 5 years.
Right.
So that's $250,000 basically. You got to come up with over 5 years. So you think about a doctor, you think about a attorney, a good successful attorney, a small business owner, or executive or CEO of their own firm. And so many of these folks have these resources that they've accumulated in other contracts and other assets. So we do a ton of rollovers to this IUL banking program. Right. And then building this pot of money. Now check this out. So in addition to you getting in the Kaizen program, you're getting your $1 million during your retirement years. But when you leave this earth and God calls you home, there's another $556,000 for your family. Woo. So what's the total resources into your tree? Between you and your family, we got over $1.6 million, nearly 1.7. So for the same 5 years contribution, would you prefer 1.7 million between you and your family, or 800,000 on a self-funded plan, or 7,000 in an after-tax investment? Mm-hmm. What is your legacy? How you building? What's your generational wealth program? How is it then that you're trying to spend the next 25 years building $1 million when in the financial services industry, we show you how to do it in 5 years. So again, secrets of the wealthy, the most again number one IUL program in the industry is the Kaizen Bank Financing Program. So again, we page down one to the next screen. It simply shows you the guarantees. And because again, the bank is why would the bank lend you money against your insurance policy? Why
I
would
was
they
going to ask
grant?
that question. Why?
That's correct because your cash value is what?
I don't know. $1
Your
million.
cash
No,
value is
I don't know.
guaranteed.
Oh, my
All right.
cash value is
The
guaranteed.
life insurance
Guaranteed.
policy cash value is guaranteed. As
Absolutely.
I mentioned last week, people are just not aware. In the last 100 years, the top two savings program is home equity and life insurance cash value.
Mm-hmm.
Not your mutual fund, not your IRA, your 401k. The top two saving program in America
Mm-hmm.
is home equity and life insurance cash value. Why? Those things are forced monthly payments. You have to pay that mortgage every month.
Right.
You got to pay that life insurance premium every month.
Right.
So I'm just sharing with you because that cash value is guaranteed. The bank is willing to allow to lend you. They're gonna get their money back because they have a
All right.
lien against your cash value. It's a beautiful thing. We can go into the illustration, give you all the details, but I just want to keep it simple today and just on that page with the 5 paid and 10 paid by the bank until you actually got a prospect that's someone that you can if this money is time tested, this money is stress tested. If you look at this screen, they show you at the bottom the stress test using historical interest rates and policy performance. What they share with you, as you remember back in the 80s, well, you guys were too young, but back then interest rates was 15%,
Oh
almost
yeah.
20%. So if the inflation should just blow up and we have interest rates at 15%, would this plan still work? So it's stress tested to show you what would be your income stream if inflation rates got out of whack, and we had interest rates of 15%. Okay. Number two, what happened? We have another Great Depression. Would this concept, would my money still be safe? Would
Yes.
this program still work? So it shows you there, if we had another depression, you still will receive $34,000 a year in income stream.
Right.
What would happen to your 401k if you had a Great Depression? It would be zero. So
You
I'm
right.
just sharing with you the beauty of this IUL and why the bank is willing to lend you financial retirement is because they have a guaranteed stress tested program that they're going to get their money back from your cash value account.
That's
It's
awesome.
and how long has it been around?
50 years.
It's been around for 50 years. So where have you been?
Wow.
I don't know.
Okay.
I just didn't have enough
I like
money.
that.
Oh, I wasn't invited.
You weren't invited. You're not open to the public. So I guarantee you. So talk with your 401k advisor, talk with your human resource department, whoever, doesn't matter.
Well,
at the end of the day, where can you get bank financing to build your retirement plan? You have to come to the financial insurance industry.
well, Mr.
Only
Clark,
one place.
it's still an insurance policy, correct?
Yeah, absolutely correct.
Yep.
So a person
It's
still
a
has to be
IUL.
gotta be
Historically, it was a traditional whole life policy, but the IUL has taken it to another level. And so now you have those guaranteed cash value with the index interest accounts to the marketplace. So you get more growth in the IUL than you would in the traditional whole life policy. And so now the banking program is more popular than ever. So today, the number one recommendation today is tax-free retirement income using the bank's money. If you're not making it, if you're not marketing this program, your top clients are going to get stolen from you. In fact, I'm going to try to steal all your clients, quite frankly. But, so let me go to that doctor and ask him, does he want to spend 25 years building $1 million or 5 years? He wants to reinvest in his practice. He does not have 25 years to pay you $30,000 a year. Go to that dentist and ask him if he wants to spend 5 years or 25 years building his retirement income. Go to that CEO, that small business owner, and ask him if he wants to spend 5 years or 25 years. Go to that executive. So understand the game, young people. You guys in this beautiful industry, all of you on this screen can have your own Kaizen banking program if you are under 65 and you got 5 years to build $1 million.
I got 5 years. All right, I'm gonna go and find some money, Mr. Clark.
Touch base. Well, as I mentioned, you now are a licensed Kaizen broker, and you've been invited. It's an exclusive opportunity. But all folks need to know is they need to touch base with you. They can be brought. We can share that program with them. They can become a part of your team. They can invite their team. Everybody can get their money.
Wow.
We need to spread the word. We need to spread the word that everybody should be marketing. Now, that client does not have that type of money laying around. There's no inheritance. They've got to drop back and just do a self-funded program. Well, sometimes you have to start slow.
Mm-hmm.
You have to start with that self-funded plan. Start with just as you have done. Start paying that $500 a month or that $250 a month. Start building your own IUL. Build you some cash value. And then we can 1035 you up to the Cadillac plan.
Gotcha.
We finance that home. These interest rates are low.
I got you.
So all kinds of ways, strategies for you to pull a piece of money. Talk to your business plan. Talk to your business partners. Talk to your family. Pool resources. You have other family members you can have other family members. You can name multiple beneficiaries. You can have multiple ownership.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe you and your spouse, or maybe you and your brother, maybe you and your sister might be the owners of this plan. And you just be if you're the healthy one, because you have to be insurable for and qualify for a $1.5 million face amount.
Gotcha.
You must be insurable, people.
So gotta be insurable.
So when you say must be insurable, what are you saying? What do you mean?
That means that you cannot have had your pre-existing conditions, cancer, diabetes, stroke. Mm-hmm. You cannot have had anything but any of those major illnesses. You must be decently healthy, not perfect, but decently healthy. Or you have a healthy child over 20 years old.
Mm-hmm.
You can build a Kaizen program and be the owner and fund a program for your child. It's about household income.
I know that's right.
So you got that young kid, that young person in your home, you got that 30-year-old, she perfectly healthy. Well, we can qualify them for the face amount. You be the owner of the cash value. Bank does the financing. You do it 5 pay, everybody good. 15 years, you're going to get some money.
Okay, but that 25 or 30-year-old don't have 1,000. The owner does, though?
Remember, it's owner does. It's a household. You the owner.
Woo!
So many stories. Husband and wife, absolutely correct.
Yes.
Absolutely correct.
Wow. That is awesome.
It's been sitting here for 50 years, my people.
I'm jumping out of my seat.
Okay, come and get this money. So I'm just sharing with you. Now, even though you are the national marketing manager, Mrs. Pilcher,
yes.
You are not, and you have the passcode to invite brokers in. They can get paid they can build their own commission stream. I mean, the product has its own commission stream that you're going to override. So you're not going to. They're going to still get their money.
Oh, right.
So everybody can come in and get a piece of money, not a problem. And they can reach out to the community So now, of course, you can have your town hall meetings. You can have uh, your meetings with your all the leadership in your community. So I'm just sharing that now to you guys. Are you attending any of the business meetings in your community?
Yes, absolutely. We are
So
attending. We have, yeah, definitely lots of different, lots of different organizations, and now with everybody going on live this way,
going
Zoom,
virtual.
going virtual, you can definitely talk to a lot more people all over the United States, not just in your state. And
Well,
so,
so are there any athletes in your community that just got a bonus, just got a new contract, just got recruited or drafted into the pros?
mm,
He or she gonna have a 5-year career, a 10-year career. They can establish and they can have their own kaizen, have a guaranteed $1 million in a retirement account. Now, because it is an insurance contract, after the bank gets their money, you have access to that money for education for your children. You have access to that money to pay off your mortgage. You have access to that money to do whatever, travel. So you have to. There's no requirement that you sit there to 65.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
okay, I didn't think about that, but you're
It's
right.
just a pot of money. How
That's
did I build up? How did I build $1 million? So once you get $1 million, you're good. There's no restrictions. There's no age 59 and a half restrictions. There's no reporting tax. There's no reporting to your tax return. In fact, these are non-reportable dollars.
that's right. You borrowing it, you
So
know.
when you talk to anybody, my question is, do you have any non-reportable money? Any tax-free dollars is not required, it's not reportable? Why is it you are not familiar with how to build non-reportable money?
So when you say non-reportable money, you're talking about tax-free
That's
income,
correct.
tax-free. And you're cutting somebody out here. Who are we cutting out?
IRS.
Tax-free.
IRS.
Hmm.
There is a IRS code for this program. Everything is a code. We're talking about IRS code 7702.
Mm-hmm.
So it is nothing new. That code has been around 50 years. Why is
Yeah.
it you are not familiar with IRS code 7702?
Yep.
And so that's the insurance industry has just evolved along with the banking industry. And this is a IUL 7702 program where the bank and the insurance company together are able to guarantee your retirement.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's like drop the mic.
Drop the mic.
Not
You're more
tonight.
than welcome. Come on with it. This is
Hey, now,
big boy, big girl world. So that's the key right here now.
so right
All
here we
those
got to put on our big boy pants.
belly big boy pants. Okay,
Hey,
so
Mr. Clark, let me ask you something.
yes,
How old are you?
I am age 70.
You're 70?
Yes.
Look, he's still a young man, y'all. He's
Okay.
still a young man.
I came into the insurance industry at 22.
Wow.
Yeah.
I never
Wow.
left. Never had another career, another job. Never had a W-2 in my entire life. I've been a 1099 insurance professional since age 22.
Wow. Now, how long have you owned an insurance company or no?
I have my own agency, but
Mm-hmm.
now I'm co-founder, a part of BFA, Vantage Financial Alliance. We're a national marketing company where we teach people how to build wealth using the banking program. So you
Mm-hmm.
can join us at BFA, as Miss Peter has done. And so through BFA is how we offer you this exclusive banking program only through BFA. So you have to be invited to join us, and we have a fee.
How much is your fee?
Our fee is $100. So you can become a broker with BFA for $100, and we will contract you. And there, you contract with our carriers that offer this exclusive banking program. And these are all big boys like Allianz.
Mm-hmm.
Big Allianz, of course, you heard of them. Big boys like
No, Allianz, you have to.
AIG, big boys like F&G,
Okay.
big boys like National Life.
Mm-hmm.
These are some of the carriers that we have exclusive contract with to offer this banking program to
Okay.
those brokers that join us at BFA.
All
So,
And
right.
because we were an independent marketing company, you can be, there's no restrictions.
company, can no Kaizen cannot be. Well, the question is, can Kaizen be used with any company that offers an IUL?
No. Kaizen has only contracted with a handful of top big boy companies. I just named four of them for you. I named Allianz. I named National Life. I named F&G.
Mm-hmm.
I named AIG. Only the big boys, a handful of big boys, have qualified for this program. Now, this
Right.
is based upon the household income of 100,000. There's a number of other carriers like Prudential, Metropolitan, Travelers. Those guys require a minimum of five
500.
hundred thousand dollars to get a banking program. So I'm just sharing with you this exclusive program through Kaizen, through these private carriers with us, uh, allow you to have access to this banking program for household income of $100,000.
Mm.
So understand the game.
Well,
All right, now let me ask you something. Now you retired from what? Because it
Prudential.
doesn't sound like you retired. I mean,
he's a consultant now.
Yes.
see.
Yes.
All right. So you just retired. You just switch. You just switch cups. That's all.
I just switched hats, keep it
That's
moving.
it.
And so I have built a team of people. I like Mrs. Pilcher,
Mm-hmm.
and I consult with them and help them help their team.
Mm-hmm.
And I just enjoy seeing them grow. And so amazing what they've done in the last 10 years or less by just following the program. And
Right.
No.
now they just need to top it off and add this banking program to be able to reach that executive person, that high income professional. So your chamber of commerce meeting should be a highlight for you. Those associations in your city, professional associations, you should be advertising. We have all kinds of videos, all types of advertisements that specialize in showing folks how to take advantage of this program. So once again, talk with your CPAs in your community, your bookkeepers. You got clients that are making good income,
Right.
looking for a place to build wealth tax free,
This is
and
it.
are not aware they sitting on a pot of gold.
Mm. All right.
So now, are you looking? Are you saying when people come on with you, there's exclusivity there, or they could still? Are they restricted agents at that point?
No,
No.
everybody's an independent broker.
Uh-huh.
So we don't believe in control. We don't believe in controlling anybody. We want everybody to be a free agent. And so you have to be recruited, of course. You have to be able to, be invited, of course. And that, but once you pay your $100, we get you a code number. And again, you're an independent broker.
Right.
So we have brokers from all walks of life. Um, Again, you can be captured, as you know, in this industry, or you can be independent. So
Yeah.
we're an independent marketing
Independent.
company. And of course, you can promote yourself. We allow the broker to promote themselves. We pay up to 113% commission, and you can promote yourself.
Absolutely.
You can have a higher contract than the CEO if you have the production.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you promote it at your firm? Do you promote yourself, or somebody else's control of your future? Your destiny is in somebody else's hands. Is
Wow.
that your
Wow.
is that your
Wow.
business plan? Or do you want to be in control of your own destiny where you promote yourself? So that's what Miss Pilcher has to offer you. She's just sitting on that opportunity. You
That's
get
what
that young lady a call,
I
you go get that money, or you just sit on the sideline and you can be what? You need to be broke. So you can get in the game,
Oh
try
my
to get in the game and understand how everybody, as a professional person, do you have where's your Kaizen?
And we have been fortunate today to have Mr. Clark come out, and we've had him on this show 3 times. This is a wealth of information. We have not paid him. when he goes other places, he's paid for this type of information, y'all. So we have to thank him from the bottom of our hearts that, you know, he has not just poured it on us as insurance agents, but he has also poured on the community that hear this, that would want to grow their income. There are no secrets to it. There is, you know, nothing hidden. We don't have to have a whole lot of steps. It is about an insurance policy that can, and you being insurable,
Yes.
that you can make $1 million. So we don't have a scheme. There's no scheme to insurance, is there, y'all?
No.
No, there's no scheme to insurance. And it's something that is absolutely possible. And if we're not healthy, he just told us, then use your children. You know, you have some adult kids, then use your children and overfund that account. And you still don't have to wait till you 65 or they're 65 in order to pull. So it's all possible. You know,
Yeah, the thing I like about it, the way you said it, Mr. Clark, is that you could jump into this and there's no age limit.
65.
65 is the max?
Yes, that's
All
correct.
right. 65 is the maximum age. All right. So, hey, for those of you that are 65 and younger, 65 and younger, I hope y'all took some notes.
Yes.
So
How to build $1 million in 5 years using the bank's money. And been around for 50 years.
Wow.
And you're not familiar with it. So who's your advisor? Or you haven't called Mrs. Pilcher?
We got it. We're gonna put it on them right now.
Right, put it on them right there.
That's right. Gonna put it on them. I'm thinking about these doctors right now. I'm telling you.
But think about your college professors. Think about your high end, your principals of your schools. They're making 6 figures. They got funds in their 403B. They got other funds that they resource they have access to. Some folks have saved. Some have some CDs, some mutual funds. Those are dollars that's readily available that they can use. It's only 5 years that they got to make a commitment. Then, of course, then they back to their business plan. And so then here they have that guarantee program. If they die too soon, we got $1.5 million to their family members. If they live too long, we get a lifetime income of tax-free of $1 million. If they get sick along the way, this plan will pay them a monthly income from the death benefit. So it solves all of your dilemmas in terms of the live too long, die too soon, or get sick along the way.
Right.
And it gives you a chance to spend somebody else's money. More importantly, number 4, spend somebody else's money. So absolutely. So your baby boy, if he got an NBA contract, he gets signed. You place to use his bonus money. There's so many folks today in the business community. You know, it's just, the industry is booming. It's absolutely unreal the amount of money the bank industry is paying to the insurance industry for these business plans. They are trying to, because again, it's guaranteed cash value. In life or death or sickness, the bank gets their money. And it's not about your credit. Only 100% collateral is the insurance policy. They do not even pull credit. How often is it that we walk anywhere folks do not pull our credit?
Everybody pull your credit.
Wow. So, okay. All right. So it's my honor, my pleasure to have a chance to speak to you guys. I hope you guys have a great day. I've got to get on another Zoom. But once again, you know who to contact and who to reach out to. She's right there on your screen. And then you can have your own. We can run your illustration. We can email it to you. If you're 35 or you 45 or whatever, doesn't matter. Just touch base with Mrs. Pitchell.
All right. Well, thank you so much for being with us, Mr. Clark.
Y'all take care. Thank you so much.
Take care. Bye. Thanks again, Mr. Clark. Wow, what a wealth of information.
Whoa. Oh, man. Awesome. I mean...
Goosebumps in your back, ain't it?
Absolutely. You know, you can't help but win. You know, doing this, you can't help but win. And
Mm-hmm.
if we are going to plan for our future and we still have time, even if we've gotten a little old, we still have time through our, our children to make this happen. And we all are doing, insurance because of residual income, right?
Right,
And so
right.
that we have something forever. But can we really think about $1 million being accessible to us right now?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I
Let me
do.
say, set goals. Always set goals. Set a daily goal, a monthly
Absolutely.
goal, a quarterly goal, a yearly goal, and there he is with the 5-year plan.
That's right. That's right, Pam. Wow. That's right. We can all do this. As in agents, we can all get into this. So hey, this is awesome. Um, you guys, we're getting to the end. So I think we have done a doggone good job for our community today.
Yeah.
Don't you?
Absolutely. Listen, all the numbers are running down at the bottom. They've been down there. You could reach out to Tanya if you want to know more about that. Um, if you want to jump on a free financial literacy workshop, you could do that with Flo and myself online. If you're looking for a school so you could get into the insurance industry, you want live teaching, hook up with Tanya. She has a school. All right. She has a school. All right. But if you want some free financial literacy workshops, they're online. You can hook up with myself or with Matt Flo. Listen, there's just a lot of information. I hope y'all, I don't know about y'all. I took notes. I took notes. I took notes. Um, so those of you that's currently in the finance industry, if you didn't take notes, shame on you. That's all I can say. If you didn't take notes, shame on you, right? There's a lot here. There is, I was just eating.
Anthony, not shame on them. They can always come back because they
They
can
come
come back
back,
to YouTube and catch this in the same show. So always remember, it's recorded. YouTube, guys, come back to our YouTube show. You can catch all of our shows.
all
So
of it.
shame on you if you didn't take notes, but you know what? We knew you probably would not. So we kind of got you prepared
Yeah,
for it.
yeah.
Check
Listen,
out YouTube channel, okay?
that's right. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Pass the word.
And this
All
is
right.
going to be one of those shows that I'm going to be sending out everywhere so that they can catch the last show. So this was awesome. I look forward to seeing you guys next week. What we got going on next week?
All right, we got to close it out. Anthony, you going to close it out for us?
Yeah. What do we have going on next week?
We're going to talk about cancer next week. Remember?
Cancer policies. All right. And we may even touch a little bit about, I believe Pam asked about last week she asked about homeowners policies, insurance policies for people who have mortgages. And we may touch on that, but the cancer policy, big time. Well, guys, listen, we want to thank you for being with us today. We don't want you to forget. All right. Like us on Facebook. Like us on Facebook. And give a thumbs up or a couple of thumbs up or a whole bunch of thumbs up, right? Let the people know what's going on here. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell everybody you know about Financial Sense. All right. Great show. Thank you so much. Now spread that word. Spread that word. My name is Anthony Murray.
Mad Flo.
Tanya Scott Pilcher. We'll see you next Friday.
Thank you guys for being with us. We love you.